I'm not like great at playing piano or guitar or any of those things. I guess I consider myself more of a songwriter, producer. I know how to hear something and make it real, but I'm still honing my skills when it comes to actually like playing. And I had somebody ask me about it recently, like how to go about learning something. I do jiu-jitsu, and of course I talk about it all the time because you do when you do jiu-jitsu, you just love it. I think part of that is this, it's teaching you how to learn better and like how to practice and get towards a goal in a way that's like a little bit less frustrating maybe sometimes, I guess. In my old band, I had to step in as our bassist at one point, and I had to learn some of the songs, and like I said, I can play guitar and I can play bass a little bit, but like the songs I had to learn and then like sing while I was playing and then like do it comfortably live as the front lady and everything. So it was like, you know, an undertaking, but I did it. I think it was like 3 months I had maybe shorter than that, maybe 30 days, something like that, but it's been a while. But I just sort of applied the same kind of approach that I would if I was learning something in jiu-jitsu, where I would just like do the reps, I'd break it down into small pieces, and that really helped a lot. Somebody had asked me about like learning piano, and I mean, that's the advice that I can give in terms of like when you're trying to learn a piece, learn a song. I have fun doing these covers for my channel because, you know, it's a fun way to share things that we all know. I know that listening to new songs sometimes is like a little bit foreign. You know, finding like your new favorite song isn't always the easiest. So I like to share covers, and I like to share songs that I have really loved playing or singing over the years. So I really wanted to learn Glitter in the Air by Pink. It was a song that I have loved forever, and I at first was going to try to do it kind of the way that I normally do it, where I just like kind of do the chords around it. But I thought I would take the opportunity to try to learn the piano, like exactly how she plays it, which I don't normally do, mainly because I'm normally thinking about, I'll do this cover in the last hour I have before I have to go and do something else. So I've been taking my time learning this, and I guess I just kind of wanted to show you like how I've been breaking it down. The tutorial was good at breaking it down as well, but like there's one part I can play it, but like singing while I'm playing the one part is a little tough. Okay, so like, you know, when I was talking to my friend about playing piano, they didn't have any prior experience. Like a lot of times I think it's easier to just kind of break it down into like which hand is doing what. If you're playing to sing along to, like I normally do, I try to keep things pretty simple. Bass is actually fine for me because it keeps it like the rhythm going and the root of the sound going, and then I can sing over it. There's a reason why there's a rhythm guitarist and then like a lead guitarist, and I have so much respect for people who can do both at the same time. So like I've been like the left hand is just like literally going down like here, and then the right hand was just this. So as I go, and I was like, I can handle that. I can like handle this and sing, I think. So I got that part down, and then the next part that was like tough is this like. So that part I'm still working on, like being able to sing it well and do all that like by itself. It's okay there. But how I did that, like that part that's really been giving me trouble. So when I practice the song, everything else is like pretty, like all the other chords and everything are fine. All of that's cool. It's just really this one part. So partly I'll just go like right hand and try to get it like, just like close my eyes and then just practice it over and over again. I think I messed that last one up, and then the other part was just coming up. So together. And so that's a really good example there of just like that jiu-jitsu mentality for me, where you just kind of like get those reps in. Not that everybody practices jiu-jitsu this way. I know some people just like to just experiment and see how it goes, which is cool too if you have like the foundations. But for me, I think if there's a move that I keep doing in like a knee-jerk way, and I'm trying to make sure I'm mindful of each of the steps, which is like what you need to do when you're doing like those kinds of things. I need to like slow it down, maybe just do one side, maybe just break it into tiny chunks, and then just do it and do it and do it and do it. So when I'm practicing this song, like if I'm like singing the first part, like, have you ever hated yourself or staring at the phone? I don't know, just jumped in here, right? They're all I've waited on a ring to prove you're not alone. And then I've just been not singing sometimes as I get that part. And partly I have to remember the lyrics too, so but eventually I know after doing that enough times I'll be able to sing that part fine, because I'll have done enough repetitions to just like get it in my brain. So I guess what I'm saying is like when you just do enough reps like that, you just start to like trust that your body, your grooves will happen. So you have to do mindful practice, but have that trust that like you do it enough times, it will stick in your brain. And that I think is really what I get from jiu-jitsu in so many ways, is that like trusting the process of learning, trusting the process that if I just continue to do good reps and mindful reps and maybe just like as small as possible of steps of those reps like I'm doing here, then I will be able to just let it be in my body. And the other part that I find is like the crucial part when you're learning something, and I'm sure a lot of people watching this probably already know all these things, but for anybody who doesn't, I just thought I would like talk about it since somebody asked me, are the transitions. So like, which I'm still struggling with, but those are the parts that I'm like working on. So like knowing that I'm gonna go back to this part here, and then knowing I'm going to go from this to the chorus and trying to get the and I messed it up, but trying to get the chorus to seamlessly go in and then go back. So it's like I kind of will let, like as I'm learning something, I'll let the, like when I'm focusing on the transitions, I might let the other parts just to be as clean as they're gonna be, and then try to nail that transition, and then go back and then try to nail all of it. So again, just sort of shifting focus as you go as to like where you're trying to nail that part, and then get a lot of reps, and then eventually everything starts to come together because you've really broken it down into little chunks. At least that's what works for me. There's so many different learning styles. I find learning fascinating for that reason. And yeah, I just wanted to share that because I think it's cool. I've talked to a few new people recently who are learning new instruments and who are interested in learning. And as adults, it's a bit daunting to learn a new instrument or learn jiu-jitsu or learn any kind of new skill that takes like a ton of reps and a lot of concentration. So that's kind of how I break things down. Like when I teach jiu-jitsu, I very much will suggest to just let it be messy when it's kind of messy, and then start to be intentional about small moments like a grip on a sleeve, or like making sure your foot is in a certain spot when you go to sweep, and paying attention to those little spots. And then you start to actually be able to, it all starts to come together. Again, you have to trust that if you do enough reps of mindful, intentional practice, even if you keep shifting where you're really focusing, it will all eventually congeal and get stuck in your body. And yeah, so if you're learning something new, I give you so much credit. I think it's awesome. I love to learn new things. It's what makes life interesting, I think, especially if you are feeling like you don't have a lot of control elsewhere in your life. It's a great opportunity to go and learn something new. So have fun.